Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at guy catches his wife cheating but ignores it. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. My wife and I have been married for slightly more than 3 years now. Last Christmas, I found she had been having a long conversation with a co-worker of hers, in which they talked about having had sex multiple times and that they couldn't wait for the next one. The guy said he was going to book a hotel near the office right after Christmas. In this conversation, when he said he was looking forward to seeing my wife, she would reply with things like, "I'm looking forward to much more than just seeing you," etc. You get the idea. Overly flirty and sexual. Wait, what? Didn't they just admit to having an affair? It said, in which they talked about having had sex multiple times and that they couldn't wait for the next one. Isn't that them admitting that they were having an affair? Oh no. When I confronted my wife, she denied the conversation existed. After deleting it, she showed me her phone to prove it didn't exist. I'm sorry, I find that funny. What the heck? What do you mean? This is why you need screenshots, you know. This is why you need to print it out before you put the phone down if you find some evidence like this, you know. So they can't keep denying it. Oh my gosh, what in the world? You're like, okay, so I read your text and I saw this. And then your partner's gonna be like, oh, look, nothing. You didn't see anything? But I had taken a few pictures. Oh, they were smart. Okay, sorry, I should have read that. I should have read that, my bad. She then said it was all virtual and that they never did anything physical. But didn't they admit that they've had sex multiple times? To prove she was right, she messaged her coworker in front of me asking if he had booked the hotel. He replied, not yet. She then asked if he was really expecting them to meet, to which he replied negatively. She promised they will never talk again, and I agreed, simply because I love her a lot and wanted to trust her. But in my mind, I wasn't completely sure she had been honest. Obviously. Oh my gosh, that's not... Obviously he's gonna be like, not yet. I was mad. Like, you know, when people cheat, they normally always have like a code thing, don't they? And obviously he's gonna reply not yet if he really hasn't booked it yet, you know? The fact that he even replied not yet means he was planning to book it later. If he really didn't want to meet her, he would have been like, no, what are you talking about? I don't like you that way, you know? Let's just say someone asked you out on a date and then you're gonna be happy and everything, and then they text you and be like, did you really think I was gonna go on a date with you? Obviously you're gonna be like, no, of course I knew you were joking. You aren't gonna be like, yes, I really thought you were going to because I thought you liked me. I can't believe you hurt me like this. Obviously you're gonna save your pride and be like, no, I knew you were joking. I was joking too. For a few weeks, I must admit I checked her phones a few too many times, so she changed her password, which I was fine with because I was probably being too paranoid. This week, I picked her phone up because I needed a code that had been sent to her phone number. I didn't even need to unlock the screen to get it. To my surprise, under the message with the code, there were other messages from the same guy. One of them was an audio. The second one was a shirtless photo of himself in front of a mirror. And the third one said sweaty and a few emojis with a tongue. Oh my gosh, I feel bad because it said to his surprise. That means he must have really trusted her and really believed her that he was surprised that there was a new message from that guy. Oh, I confronted her since she had promised they wouldn't talk ever again, and she said he just wanted to show her he's going to the gym to show progress. With the tongue emoji. But that the rest of the times they talk is just about work, and that this is just a coincidence. I asked her to show me the rest of the messages, but she said she had mistakenly deleted the conversation history. What? How do you mistakenly delete your conversation history? You have to swipe and then it says delete or not, and then you have to press delete. Wait, what phone does she use? And it's not her first time deleting it either. I guess it's just a habit, deleting messages. My wife says she's going to change this time. This time. And that I never really forgave her, and that's why she kept talking to the guy. What excuse is that? What? You didn't forgive me, so I kept talking to him. She says this time she's really going to stop, but I have had a hard time believing it. Or even if she does stop, I fear when things don't go so well between us, she'll do it again. I really love her, but can't keep living like this. What would you do? First of all, there's been so many instances where you have caught her talking to the guy, and she promised that she wouldn't talk to him again, but she broke the promise, and she talked to him again. I feel like when someone breaks a promise once, they're gonna keep breaking it if you forgive them, because they know you're just gonna keep forgiving them. So they would use that to their advantage. Okay, so this isn't the whole story, okay? There's more to this. So after trying to get advice from people on the internet, he comes back with an update. After reading every single comment, my brain just couldn't overcome the catastrophe and the collapse of the world I had built for me, in which my wife is my love, my best friend and partner, as well as the person I admire the most. She was entirely perfect and made me happy for many years. I thought no couple in the world could have had what we had. We were both very happy for a long time. We were both attractive, we were both inherently good, had big hearts, and were individually wildly successful in our careers. I moved to an Airbnb and eventually with family to think things through. It was a terrible time, but a psychologist helped me recover from a terrible mental state. During this time, we kept talking and my wife was very sorry and continued saying they hadn't met. I knew it wasn't true, but was willing to forgive the woman of my dreams who continued being in the highest altar of my universe. Love is something strong. That's crazy, man. I do feel like when you love someone so much, you can forgive them no matter what they do. But from an outside view, when you read these kind of stories, you're just like, why? You know, why? But because you're not in that situation, you just don't understand it as well, because you're not that person in love. But yeah, I can understand him in some ways, but I'm thinking logically because I'm reading this from an outside view and I'm not in a relationship, you know, and like I don't really have like a big thing for being in a relationship. Hold on. What? I'm just saying I always put myself first, basically. Okay. Fast forward last Saturday morning, I went back to our place, ready to forgive her and talk things through in the most mature way possible. And, well, there she was. But I was the one who received the biggest surprise, to say the least. The guy was in my house, naked, and so was my wife. The guy from the messages, the guy from the pics, the one she said she didn't even like. I caught him hiding in my bathroom as my wife was putting her pajamas on. When I saw him hiding in my bathroom, he uttered, "Sorry, dude." For a second, I asked myself, is this where I kill him? But I instantly replied, I got nothing against you. Because the guy was just nailing this hot woman. Even if he was doing so in a house full of pictures of me. Pictures of our wedding and our families. Pictures of my dead father, who would be so sad to see how the marriage he never witnessed was going to end. He has always been the reason I tried to make the world a better place. He passed away 2 months before our wedding. I'm sorry. I still love her to death. But I understand enough is enough. Even if my world collapses, I hope I can build a new one without lies and in which I'm not just a blind believer under an altar of a fake god. Oh. I wish you the best, dude. I really do. I feel like as hard as it is to try to get over this, to stay with someone who has cheated on you and might continue to cheat on you, the trust isn't going to be there anymore. And trust is so important in a relationship. I feel like if you don't have it, it's just going to be so hard for you. And it's just going to be stressful for him as well, to always be like, wait, is she texting the guy again? Like, you can't get the trust back 100% to where it was before. It's always going to be at the back of your mind, even though you have forgiven them. And it's just going to be tough, you know? It's just going to be very tough to try to convince yourself of something that you know isn't true. I'm happy he got out of it. And I'm happy he was so mature about it, you know? He just found out and he knew enough was enough and done. But yes, I wish happiness for this man. I wish for this man to find the love of his life, to treat him the way he deserves to be treated, because he sounds like a really good person. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!